Hey there, Aries Sun. If it is still your birthday season and you haven't enjoyed your solar return yet, happy birthday to you. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am going to be covering the next 2 weeks. So this is April 13th through the 25th. I'm going to take a look at the overall energy. There are some big changes happening on my channel. I'm going to be changing the name and everything. There will be a video coming out at the end of the week to kind of let you know what's going on with that. But let's take a look at the overall energy that you have going on. I did get a message from Spirit when I was getting ready, and what I saw was you were hoeing a row, but you were at the end of it. It was a long, dusty row. And then as the scene pulled back, I could see there were several. But you're all done with that, and so it was like the end of a long, arduous cycle, and now it's time to start planting seeds of intention, which totally makes sense because here we are with that new moon in Aries that just happened. So let's get into seeing what we have going on for you. Your overall energy is you. Basically, we have the King of Spirals. This is the Chrysalis Tarot, and then we have the Companion. It's called the Companion. It's the King of Tarot, the King of Spirals. There's a little bird down in the corner. I'm gonna take a look in the book and see if it says what it is, so that I can help get a better message from it. It looks. When I first looked at it, it looked kind of like a kingfisher, but I don't think that's what it is. So let's turn the camera down and get into it. So if you've never been here before, the 9-card spread works like this. This is past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, action. This card right here is the key to the situation, and the overall energy is, as you can see, it's the Companion. And let's just see what it says, because it's a kookaburra. Okay, so it's a laughing kookaburra, which is a reminder to lighten up. If your goals seem elusive and you've been banging your head against the wall, it's likely that an obstacle is placed in your path. To change your thinking or to slow your approach, step back, discuss it, and commit to your new course of action. And so that's what I saw. I saw you like leaning on the hoe at the end, dirty and dusty, contemplating the whole thing and trying to decide, okay, so now that I've done all this work, what's my next step? What do I do next? And so the King of Wands here is saying, is there a King of Wands person that you can talk to, or is this you? Is this you having a conversation with your higher self and figuring out who you are and what your next steps are and what is of value to you? All right, so the key to the situation we have, which would be considered the devil. It's Bella Rosa. What's really interesting about this is that flower is being carried to signify that material goods isn't everything. We have the mirror, which is a reminder. And then when we feel like we're in a situation where we're dealing with the devil, it's always some part of us that needs to be reflected back to us so that we can understand who we are and what are the lessons that we can learn from this. And so this particular devil is not wearing a mask. So the mask is off, and it's a chance to really look at who you are and determine what is of value to you and what lessons you have learned. So you're at the end of this long cycle, and now it's an opportunity to assess what did you learn and integrate the lessons, and then start making plans for the next step. In the recent past, you have the Three of Spirals. This is like the Three of Wands. I'm trying to figure out which steps to take, which opportunity to take next. How ingrained and embedded am I in a situation, and can I look to the future and see if there's something else to do? So the way you transform the situation is actually with the Ace of Mirrors. So mirrors are like cups in this particular deck, and so when I'm looking at the Ace of Mirrors, you see how the emotion is pouring out of it? And this is about you allowing yourself to feel all your emotions and let them pour out into a new situation, one that is exciting, one that brings you joy and happiness, like the little kookaburra there. And so there's a need to release your emotions. Don't hold them back. Emotions shouldn't be held for that long. what is it like? Oh gosh, you're supposed to feel them like for just maybe like a few minutes, and then you need to start letting them go and release them so that you don't hang on to them. Oh, this is lovely. In the future, you have the Phoenix, the Judgment card. This is the transformation from the ashes, right? What a beautiful card to have. So you're thinking about how to transform your life and what are your next steps. Clearly that's going on here. We have the King of Mirrors in the recent past in the area of things that you've been anxious about in the heart space. And so the King of Mirrors, it's called the Sojourner. So he's on a quest. What's interesting is that he's not carrying any mirrors. So it's the King of Mirror, but there's no mirrors. And so this feels like someone who is emotionally contained. And I think there's been trying to figure out how to move forward and be emotionally balanced. But in order to do that, you're going to have to take a look in the mirror. There is no mirror for this King of Mirror. And I don't understand that. And so I feel like you really definitely need to be looking in the mirror to see what the lessons were in order to know what to do to move forward. Oh, in the heart space, there's a lot of boundaries. We have the Five of Stones. I mean, that's heartbreaking. And so there is a need to look in the mirror that you were not carrying here, and see what did you learn and make decisions. The Five of Pentacles, you're not alone. You have wings to fly. She has big, beautiful wings. And you have the Phoenix. All you have to do is make the decision to let yourself fly, not take things and everything so seriously like the kookaburra down here, and allow yourself to find the joy and the happiness. In the recent past, in the area of the obstacle, we got those emotions all pent up again. We have the moon. So there's been a real blockage in the area of feeling your way through a situation, feeling the emotions, and allowing yourself to express. I think you're going to have a good cry, because this looks like a big cry. It looks like out of the mirror, and it looks like the mirror the devil's holding. There's a need to allow your emotions to flow, to feel your feels. Because so we have the Sun card here in the area of what action to take right now. The Sun's got a teardrop. See it right here? There's a big old teardrop. There is a need to release and let go, to completely release in order to transform the situation. The Phoenix has to die. It has to die. And then it bursts into flame, and from the flames hatches the egg, and it rises again. So you have to allow yourself to go all the way through the emotional energy in order to get to the next space. But over the course of the next 2 weeks, I don't think you get there easily. Although it is about finding balance. It is about regaining your balance. We have the Two of Scrolls, and you can see right here is his intuition. It's Pegasus. He's got the wings. We've got wings. So in the future, there's all these wings. So I think you're going to take off. You're going to fly. It's just a matter of finding your balance. And I think you don't find your balance if you're not willing to have a good cry. To understand that the sun comes up tomorrow, but tonight we cried. And it's okay, because whatever this is, it feels really difficult. But when you are the Phoenix rising from the ashes, I think on the other side, once you're going to have to plant the seeds, and then there's the period of time in which it takes for things to grow, right? Unless it's Jack and the Beanstalk, they don't generally grow overnight. So whatever this is that you're planning your next steps, it's going to take some time. But in the meantime, along the way, you enjoy the journey as much as possible. So we have here the Tiger. Accept your magnificence. So step into your self-confidence, become the King of Wands, have the fun, enjoy knowing who you are. Look, after a rainstorm, then we get the rainbow, right? It says hidden gifts. And so I feel like you really got to have a good cry. Allow yourself to do that. I know for me personally, sometimes This position right there, that's when I really need a good cry. That's me sitting on the floor of the shower where nobody can hear me and I am free to cry and it doesn't disturb anyone. You are being held in the protection of spirit right now. We have cedar, the protection. So, Aries, I just want to give you all a big hug. I really do. This looks tough. If this isn't your reading, be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. But for those of you whose reading this is, you are being asked again to find the balance. This is to be fair. This is to look at situations and recognize that people were reflecting things and situations to you to help you to learn, to help you to grow. And how do you move forward right now? Besides a big cry, you've got chop wood, which is chop wood, carry water. This is just do what you need to do. Don't make any big decisions. The row's been hoed, but there were no seeds there. And so you get to decide what you're going to plant. So don't be in such a rush. Take the time, allow yourself to heal. And remember that you can't get a rainbow unless you've had a rainstorm. So there's hidden gifts, there's things coming to you. Yeah. You need to just slow down, take it easy, and maybe a good bath would be good too, because we have lavender. Take time to cleanse and remove negativity. I would show you the card, but I don't think you can actually read it. Oh, look, there you can. Huh. Never know with the lighting. So, so get some lavender. I know when I was going through a really bad divorce, every divorce is bad pretty much. But I couldn't sleep. I was so stressed out. There was so much going on. It was really, though, the best diet I was ever on. I couldn't sleep, and I was losing weight like crazy. But in order to sleep, I found some linen spray that was lavender scented, and I used to spray that on my pillows before I went to bed, and then I could get a couple of hours of sleep. So even if you just find some lavender scented hand lotion, and that way you can just smell into it as you drift off to sleep, whatever it takes, okay? You guys take really good care of yourselves. I will be back with another reading for Aries in 2 weeks, but every week on Mondays there will be a general reading. So come back and check it out. It'll be for the collective, and check out the changes that are happening here. The name of my channel moving forward will be Moonlit Waters, so there will be a name change and a new logo and everything. So be on the lookout for that, and you guys take really good care of yourselves, all right? I'll talk to you soon.